Let's be real. If you follow golf, you've seen the absolute cannon shots Bryson DeChambeau is hitting with his new LA Golf driver. The hype around this thing is, well, it's pretty insane. We're hearing about a totally unique face design, crazy ball speeds, but the question is it for real or is it just clever marketing?
So that's what we're here to figure out. Is this thing a legitimate game changer, or is it just another pretty face in a very crowded driver market? We are going to break it all down, the tech, the feel, and of course, the actual numbers to get to the truth.
And to do that, we of course had to get our hands on one and put it through its paces. We're talking real swings, hard data, a real deep dive into the technology that supposedly makes this club so special. So let's get into it.
Okay, first things first. Before we even get into the nitty-gritty of the performance data, let's just talk about the first impression. You know, what's it like when you pull this thing out of the box and set it down behind the ball?
Right away, the look at address is just incredibly clean. You've got this beautiful classic head shape, and it's all wrapped in this sleek matte black finish. There are no distracting graphics or crazy alignment aids. It's just a simple, confidence-inspiring look that makes you feel like you're about to pure one. The whole thing just screams modern and premium.
And that premium vibe, it absolutely carries through when you pick it up. This thing feels solid. It's not flimsy or overly light. It feels substantial, you know? Like it's been engineered with some serious high-end materials. You can tell right away this isn't some off-the-shelf design they just slapped a logo on.
But the sound is where it really sets itself apart. Instead of that high-pitched, almost tinny ping you get from so many modern drivers, this delivers a deep, powerful, kind of muted thwack. It's just so satisfying. It honestly just sounds fast. Of course, looks and sound are one thing. The real story is what's going on under the hood.
All right, now we get to the core of it all. This is the secret sauce. What really makes this driver different isn't just the carbon fiber or the shape, it's hiding right there on the face of the club.
It all comes down to a concept called variable face thickness. So what does that mean? Well, LA Golf has engineered a face that has all these strategic variations in how thick it is. The whole idea is to create a club face that flexes in a specific way, optimized for your specific swing speed.
And this right here really illustrates the difference perfectly. Most drivers you buy off the rack, they have a one-size-fits-all face. It's a pretty uniform design that has to work for everyone. But LA Golf's approach is completely different. It's about creating a face that's essentially custom-tailored to your swing, all to squeeze out every last bit of potential.
And you can see it right here. The whole point of all this intricate design is to maximize that trampoline effect. It's engineered to give you consistently high ball speeds across a much wider area of the face. So whether you catch it dead center or a little off, the tech is designed to give you the absolute best result possible.
Okay, so that's the theory. It all sounds great, right? But does it actually work in the real world? Well, we took it to the range, hooked up the TrackMan, and let the data do the talking.
And the very first thing that jumped off the screen was ball speed. We saw a consistent and honestly, a pretty significant jump. For most of our testers, we're talking an increase of 2 to 4 miles per hour compared to their current driver. Now that might not sound like a lot, but in the world of drivers, that is a huge gain. So what does that extra ball speed actually get you out on the course? Simple, more distance. That 2-mile-per-hour bump in speed can translate directly into 5, 6, even 7 more yards of carry. For most of us, that's the difference between hitting a 7-iron and an 8-iron into the green. It's a massive advantage.
But here's the thing that really impressed us, and it's where that variable face tech really shines. It's not just about making your good shots longer, it's about making your bad shots better. Even on those strikes a little toward the heel or toe, the drop-off in distance was way less dramatic. This thing is just incredibly forgiving.
So after looking at the design, digging into the tech, and seeing the hard data for ourselves, it is time to answer that first question. Let's put all the pieces together and reach a verdict. When you lay it all out, the strengths are just undeniable. That innovative face tech, it is not a gimmick. It delivers real, measurable gains in ball speed, and maybe more importantly, it makes your misses so much better. You combine that kind of game-changing performance with that truly premium look, feel, and sound, and you're left with one seriously impressive driver. And that kind of brings us to a final, pretty provocative thought. When you see technology like this that is so specifically tailored to optimize different swings, you really have to wonder, is the era of the one-size-fits-all driver officially coming to an end? It's definitely something to think about.